que dormir todo el día. Dile a Tavo que está prendido, pero que...
Yeah.
Rock and roll, Jose. Today's the day I get to fish with my little buddy.
Hey, LG!
Bye, Justin. That boat looks fun. Oh, sorry. It's gonna get a lure to the face.
Start right here. As you say, get down to business.
Look at that brush.
They were right on the edge of it.
First of all, I'm wearing these goofy sunglasses because these aren't really sunglasses, but forgot my other ones. Probably not the best move. This light's the only thing that really gives me headaches still. Let me explain to you the situation right now. The full moon's gonna be in 2 weeks, and these bass are getting ready to spawn. If you saw that giant fatty I had the other day, the fattest bass I've ever caught, had a little bit of a bloody tail, yolked up with eggs, moving up, getting ready to drop those eggs here coming soon. We also saw a lot of buck bass going up in the shallows. I'm gonna compare this time of year down here to about March or April in Texas. If you're farther north, you know, April really, and you'll see a lot of those buck bass coming up, and you know that those bass are getting ready to spawn. The females are not far behind, so they're kind of in an in-between situation right now. So it's always good to try to start out early in the day, trying to get some of those deeper fish. Maybe the females are out there, and then as the day goes on, as the sun gets a little higher, water warms up a little bit, those bigger bass might just come up and get on some cover. How many feet would you say the water fluctuates throughout the year?
Approximately 100 foot a year.
Approximately 100 feet a year. So you could come back here in a few months and it could be a totally different lake. So these bass are having to spawn in treetops. They don't want to go all the way in the backs of creeks to spawn because, you know, in a matter of a couple weeks, they could drop the water. They could be sitting on dry land. Get that spinnerbait out, hit the edges of this brush, get in there and get in with them. Perch fish. The ice has been broken. No amigos. Crazy fish. This one right here is still watching cartoons and drinking his sippy cup. Yeah, he's got his sippy cup. Well, for Commodero, that bass might be 4 days old. Fast as they grow down here. Even the dinks are just thick.
There's one. Not a buck.
Not a buck. Ron's hooked up with a tasty one. Get out of them trees, baby. Oh, yeah. That's what that spinnerbait will get you. That's our first decent bass of the day. Been catching some bucks, got action. The better fish have just consistently come on a spinnerbait. They're just starting to move up. Good way to target this situation here is just get you a couple spinnerbaits, a couple jigs. Just get that spinnerbait out on those points. Slow roll it down there. You can pitch it between trees, and then when you got some really good juicy looking areas, you can start getting that jig out and pitch in there. Yep. There they are. Nice fish. Yeah. You got me a little wet there. That's what you get when you throw a spinnerbait and stay with it. Bam. Sorry guys. This is basically just like a little saddle area. Slow rolling it. The same deal, but it's slicked off right now. I gotta tell you, this is the only time where I feel really confident in throwing a spinnerbait in bright bluebird skies with no wind, pre-spawn. Remember that. Don't be scared to throw a spinnerbait. Catches big fish in the pre-spawn. Really all times of year. Don't be scared to throw it right now if it's bright and sunny. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, that's a big one. Took off with it. Same cast, double hook up. Oh yeah. think we might have ourselves a good double picture here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think me and Ron are about to get a pretty sweet little photo doubled up. Shoot, man. It's not every day. Look at those twins. Twinks. Excelente. All right. See you, girl.
Yours is a little bigger thing.
Having ourselves a little comida break over here on the shoreline. We're about to do some switching up. I've never fished with Steve Parks. He's sitting over here. Legendary big bass angler. How big of a bass did you catch this morning?
10, 11.
10, 11. How many of those have you caught? Hundreds?
Today, only one.
Only one today.
What boat am I supposed to
It's gonna be a good time, folks. We're gonna switch it out, get our tackle over there, get to snatching. Back here with my boy Winston. It's your birthday tomorrow or
Hello.
today?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow morning I'll be turning 27.
For celebration, he wanted to fish with me. Just kidding. Big O. You may know him as Steve Parks. Actually, you probably know him as Mr. Rage Tail himself. Everybody knows about Big O. Big O catches some big old freaking bass is what he does. And we're out here hunting for the Mondos today. You already had a 10 over here in this area, is that what you said?
Yeah, we had a 10, 11. These fish are pulling up. Some of the females are pulling up and holding in the brush, deeper brush, waiting on a male. They're waiting to spawn. And the biggest one this morning was sitting in 27 foot, suspended down about 14. And she was within probably 30 yards of a big spawning flat. And when I caught her, even her tail was a little bit bloody, but she was just starting to seep that deep yellow stuff before they spawned. So she was suspended about 14 foot, threw out there just past the hardwood, let this big Odom spinnerbait drop down into her, and she smoked it.
We are not fishing for little babies out here, y'all. This is, a Big O just won't allow it. The king of the monsters. I wish you had an Instagram page so everyone could see all your giant bass. You need to get that going.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can help me with that if you don't mind.
He's got more 10 pounders than anybody you've ever seen in your life. Go check it out. Don't you have a Facebook page?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's probably more big bass than you've ever seen. 3 spinnerbaits for giant bass, Lake Comandero. Here we go.
What it is?
The old spinnerbait fish.
You know what? Those little fish though, they really strike hard.
They do. Oh yeah. You're like a worm. Si, senor.
I'm glad to see your face.
You like the stamped blades on that spinnerbait I see.
Well, yeah, I like these stamped blades for a different reason, because it gives a flash as it's turning like this. It gives a different look to it. So it's kind of like a camouflage to that shiny. You know, a real heavy shine is great, but this water is relatively, you know, it's relatively stained. And so I like this. I like the stamp for sure in this kind of stained water. I'm not saying smooth blade won't work. Smooth blade might catch a bigger fish or more fish than this, but it hasn't proven that to me yet. I let the fish tell me what they want.
Pulled up here and caught a fish about half the size of my worm. Bunch of bucks. Hello, sir.
Representing the 701 down here.
701.
Represent.
Represent. Let's get that.
Just Google it. You'll find out what that is.
If it turns over a little bit more that way, see how the toe's already down? If it goes halfway, you never let it over rotate. See?
Yeah.
That's going to stretch the cable. You don't want to do that. So you always want it somewhere here.
So either way, just make sure you have room.
That's right.
That's a really good tip, actually.
Spot number 2. Coming at you hot.
Here it is, boy. That hardwood. Go my little sneaky snake.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Big O, it's on right there.
You gonna put that outside the tree, Bubba?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell John. Oh, there he is.
Oh no! I got a net. Yes. Did y'all see that boil? I threw over that tree and it just boiled.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was a.
And she spun her tail on you, didn't she?
She did, Big O.
She did. She spun her tail on me, Big O.
That's how you got to talk to him. Oh, come here.
You gotta talk sweet to him.
Come here, sugar.
That's it. Now we're talking. Talking the sweet girl's language now.
Oh, that's how I like to do them, Big O. That fish rolled over a log and ate it like a true champion.
Yeah, maybe. I want to tell you something.
Oh, Austin. Oh, Austin.
Now we're talking.
Don't worry about me.
Got it.
That's a good one. Yeah,
It's a dandy.
it's a big one. Get the net. Get the net.
I don't know. It's a juicy one. Hey, yeah! Oh, Big O called it. He said, look at that.
Can you throw that in there?
Look at that. Look at that. Right in the nose.
Good deal, son. That's a good one. Sit on top of that seat. On top of this one.
Oh, you got this down.
No, right there. No, don't hold that son up to your face. Get it out here. Get that camera close. Yeah, come up closer.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Good shot.
Oh my gosh. That's a launch.
What do we got here, boys and girls? Another one.
Oh yeah, baby. Good job, Big O.
Look where you hooked it.
That is a mondo.
Popped out in the net because I see the hole right there. See?
Nice.
Good job, guys. Good net job. Who was the netter on that?
I don't know.
Was it Mr. Winston? We've got a point right behind us, and there's transition into the spawning grounds back here in the back. And all you're doing is just finding a few little places out there. You got rock and brush laying over in a 45-degree angle. And so that's where she wanted to eat, and that's where she did. Caught her on the Odom spinnerbait with Game Changer Eliminator trailer. And that's what we use on all these big spinnerbaits down here. Pretty little fish.
Little.
Hope you guys are enjoying that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What drives a person to make it the best? It's not quitting until it is the best. That's it.
Very nice. Is this the last point of the evening, Big O?
Right here. That's the last one. I lost her when she wrapped around that middle part of it.
Little buck.
Mine is way up there.
See ya. That right there wraps up the last day in old Mexico. What a fantastic day getting able to fish with one of my idols, Mr. Big Bass Expert Steve Parks. And overall, just an awesome time down there in Mexico. Being able to get back on the water for the first time again with that kind of fishing, y'all, I just needed that. And don't forget, if you want to go down there and check out the fishing down on Comandero, Picachos, and El Salto, you can check out Ron Speed's Adventures. I'll put a link down in the description for you. And if you like the Mexican videos, make sure to let me know down in the comments. Like the whole series, like every single daggum one of them. Now our next fishing experience is probably going to be a lot colder, a lot more challenging. But I'm ready for 2018, baby. Willis is gone, I got my mojo back in the fishing game, sniffed some giant mondos, and I'm ready to bring you more action, fishing freaks. So subscribe right here for more, and we'll see you then.